3d6 out the gate. Let's get it straight. We're going to come out strong with an 11. We're going to come back with that dexterity. Uh-oh, we got a 12. The constitution. Booyaka shaka, an 8. At the intelligence. Oh, shit! Take a good ass look at your intelligence. Take a look at that motherfucker. That's right down the line. You can't change that shit. You have an intelligence score of 4. That's right. You are beyond severely mentally retarded. Okay. So we got an intelligence score of 4. What will the wisdom score be? Let us see. Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Again, see it. I want to make sure you see that shit. A 4. A 4 intelligence. A 4 wisdom. Let us behold what charisma score we shall be availed of. And it comes back, okay, charisma of 11. Somehow you are a fairly likable piece of furniture. Now, I've seen these guys, and you've probably seen them too. They sit in the back of a game store. Now, unfortunately, I haven't seen one of these guys in an epoch of time. And I'm an old-ass geezer by some of you. I know I got fucking teenagers watching this show. And I'm an old-ass geezer to some of your standards. That's all well and good. I'm in my 30s. I'm 30-fucking-5. And I still remember when I was a young kid sitting in the back of the game store, 15 years old, seeing these old codgers, and not always be arrogant, but I see their games, and their games stunk like butt. I'm going to tell you right now, I've never, ever seen anyone run a game that was worth a fuck that ran with this kind of style. I did a video a long time ago about these kind of people. They're called minimizers. And minimizers universally have one thing in common, besides the fact that they minimize. They're the most arrogant people you can imagine. Now, I am beyond a shadow of a doubt an elitist gamer with an elitist gaming perspective. But my perspective is on actual, authentic role-playing. Bringing it to the highest point of created disbelief. Now, the minimizer, what he is the anti-power gamer. He's seen so much power gaming because, let's face it, he plays in the sewage of RPGs, the back of the game stores, where you see ridiculous shit. I'm going to ass with man-like intelligence with a +5 katana of whatever your character is slaying. And that's somebody's player character. I'm a stone golem. It's so good that I'll kill you. A purple unicorn with a sword, like a Nike emblem. And I've seen these kind of, this is actually a little person they do every great once in a while break out the Geraldix, the poor simpering buffoon. And that's a real individual I saw in the game store, definitely not a friend, just a fucking idiot. And these kind of guys that sit in the back and they'd be like, oh, well, my character's great because he's a 4 intelligence. Let me tell you something, man. In old D&D, you know what a 4, you know how you got your intelligence score? You added a fucking 0 to the back of that number. That was your IQ. That's a 40 IQ. I don't even think people have 40 IQs. I don't think people who are severely mentally retarded have 40 IQs. I've been around at various times severely mentally retarded people. I'm not talking about, like the kind of person you'd see, it could be an actor or something like that. I'm talking about fucking drooling on yourself, pulling your pants down, masturbating in public, that kind of fucking retarded. No, I'm not making fun of it. I'm trying to give you an illustrated point. That's like a fucking 5. You understand? Like Forrest Gump is like a 7.5 intelligence. We're dealing with a 4, and we had a 4 wisdom to go along with it. Don't get me wrong, I could very much role-play this character. I don't remember the rest of my fucking... I had 11 charisma. I don't remember. The physical stats were okay. I think I had an 8, an 11, and a 12. I don't know. You watch the fucking video. You'll tell me. And no, I won't write in the comments box. I'm way too lazy to watch my own shit. But here's the point. When you're playing a fantasy game, you probably want stats, I don't know, something like at least what you yourself have. And I at least hope I don't have a large amount of viewers watching this who have a 4 intelligence. 4 wisdom. That would, of course, be a jack to you. But, I mean, not me. but definitely to you. This style of gaming, it's sort of a pompous, ridiculous, asinine style. If you're inflicting that on your gamers or your players, fucking stop. No one wants to play a cavalcade of mentally handicapped indigents. That's not what people are there for. You're playing these high fantasy characters. Han Solo doesn't have a fucking 4 intelligence. You understand? Conan doesn't have a 4 wisdom. This is absolutely ridiculous. A low stat a 7. Now, again, what the reason you have these minimizers is they have seen the most ridiculous shit. Shit that would shatter the Tarrasque with a +5 katana of character slang. Shit crazier than that. With man-like intelligence. I'm a Tarrasque with man-like intelligence. I have a +5 sword of player character slang. This kind of trash, sadly enough, you'll see in the most pathetic, degraded bottom of the, turn the barrel over and dig under the ground where some oil has leaked out or something. I don't know where they live, but they're somewhere along the chain of line somewhere. And I don't understand. But so I understand why I'm trying to educate you why the minimizing came about if you don't understand. But what they think in their minds is, okay, I'm going to play a character with 4 intelligence. He has a 48 strength, and he can kill my character by, as a free action. He can kill my character. But my character's better because he's mentally handicapped. He has to be pulled around in like some kind of like large sling because he can't walk. Not with a 4 constitution. He can't. He gets tired quick as fuck. So, when you have that kind of stuff, I'm trying to break it down for you. So don't have me break this thing down for nothing. Come back, break down your comments. Let me know. Hell, roll 3d6 yourself. Straight down the line and see what kind of deflected character you get. Don't get me wrong. You can roll a 17 or a 15 on these dice. You could even roll, an 18. And, all that's fine. You could come out with a character that is heroic and so forth. But more than likely, a 10. You might even try to say, okay, well, a 9 is average. Okay, well, if a 9 is average, on the low end of average, how much further back do we push to not be playing mentally handicapped individuals? Playing someone that's mentally retarded and has just barely enough wisdom to walk into traffic, not away from it, just like into it. You can like maneuver your body. You can move towards traffic. I mean, damn, animals have like a 10 wisdom. That's not a stat that you can really get around with in a game. Your character should die first game session. It's like, there's a giant hole. Oh, let me go walk into that. Oops, that wasn't a good idea. This is the first day they actually ever let me out of the house. Usually people watch me because I have a fucking 4 intelligence and a 4 wisdom. I am beyond, my character is fucking, and you guys saw me roll that shit. I am beyond severely mentally handicapped. Why would you want to play that? I mean, just base bottom line, why do you want to play that? A 4 intelligence and a 4 wisdom. Don't get me wrong, I could play it. That same game master, here's the funny thing about that same kind of game master, he will get fucking furious. And this is a terrible game master, these guys. I might title it terrible game master or make it fun of 3d6, something like that. But this game master will get fucking furious with you when you roleplay. When you roleplay your stats. Give me a 4 intelligence, I will play that shit, and the game master will not be happy. Oh, but the average of the team. That's a fucking 40 IQ, motherfucker. I know what it is, and so do you. And you will see what a 40 IQ looks like roleplaying wise. I'm gonna have some fun with it before I walk into a pit. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You give me like a 7 wisdom. I think a 7 is a very low stat. That gives you a great role-playing. I like to have some high stats, and I like a low stat. Man, give me like a 7 constitution. Give me like a 7 wisdom. Give me a 7 dexterity, and I'll be clumsy and shit. You're clumsy with a 7. A 7 is a handicapping stat, particularly if you're someone who goes through dungeons, who deals with monsters. You may have a severe unlikelihood with 1/7 somewhere on your stat array of coming back. That might be too much for you. Now, 2 4s. How are we possibly going to believe that my character does not die in the very first game session? How do we get around that? Or in the second game session, if somehow, they don't let me. But here, let's talk about how I'm a role play. I'm gonna be doing some disturbing shit. I mean, there will be public masturbation. There will be probably groping of animals. There will be incredibly vulgar and crude things said because the character barely has a brain. You're playing a fucking mush-brained character, and that's these game masters. I've seen them many different times early on, and they'd sit there and smug and because here's what it really boils down to for the most part. They want to have control. They're like, oh yeah, well my game, we play these old fucking horrible Gary Gygax model that suck balls and no one in the world mind should be subjected to. But you will have a fucking 4 strength. Again, what I have made here is not an adventurer, is not a hero, is not a character that should be seen. You know, you're not going to find that on Game of Thrones. Nobody have no fucking 4 intelligence and wisdom in that son of a bitch. You're not going to find that kind of stat there. I mean, I don't know what the highest I rolled was. It doesn't matter. I mean, the other 4 stats could have been 18s. They could have been straight 18s. A 4 intelligence, 4 wisdom, you know, done. You can't roleplay that character in a way that's going to be cool. Most people couldn't roleplay it at all. I certainly could get it over. You know, I could role play it, you know, but you have animal. You're a man with animal-like intelligence. A man with animal-like intelligence. You know, you're fucking a pig or something. You don't know better. You know, and everybody in the village knows your ass don't know better. No one's going to let you lead the village. I mean, it's like a corralling you back. That's like your campaign. You're trying to get out of the village. This is so confusing to you. You can't figure out how to maneuver between the 8 huts that constitute a village. Like, this is beyond my capacity to figure out. Because guess what? With a 4 intelligence, it is. I don't even know what your capacity to figure something out with a 40 IQ would be. You know, I mean, you're like damn near, you know, that's like a damn smart dog, a 40 IQ. You know, you're down under monkeys, that's for sure. You're not as smart as a dolphin. You surely are well past the chimpanzee or gorilla. You're like a smart dog. But not really smart, you feel me? And a dog certainly has more than a 4 wisdom. A dog can hunt. Shit, a dog got like a 10, maybe a 12 wisdom. He's got perception, he can hunt. He's good at that. Not you. Cleaning yourself is beyond you. And feeding yourself, oh no. No, there'll be none of that. You dump your water skin on the ground, and guess what? You get weapons. Oh yeah. And you're strong enough to wield them too. What are you, like 11 strength? So, what happens when I get this sharp, pointy short sword? I'm like, stab myself right in the face with it. There's a reason that you don't give a child, and I mean like, let's say a 1-year-old. You don't give a 1-year-old a fucking knife. You don't give a 1-year-old a fucking knife. Stab themselves with it. They might start trying to chew on it. And guess what you're going to do with a fucking 4 intelligence? And that shit might seem funny for a few minutes, but it kind of results in the ultimate of what was the point of this? You know, what was the point? Why was you going to invest time? How are you going to have this cool backstory? Particularly like if you came in with the idea, okay, I'm going to have, you know, do this. I'm just, you know, this guy. And then you're like, oh, I have a 4 intelligence and a 4 wisdom. And that shit, you know, is fucking ridiculous. Now, I played one time, last time I played one of these, I was probably middle of college. This guy, Brian Bristol, ran this game. And me and my man Crab and some jabroni was in there named Seth. And we played this game. A horrible game. He was like fixated about talking about how this cloud looked like a dog, but it wasn't like a vivid, good description. It was like, I don't know if you've ever seen someone give, and I like to give like nice, long, vivid descriptions on things occasionally, but I don't know if you played a game where someone's giving a long fucking description, but it wasn't vivid, it wasn't captivating, it wasn't interesting. It was like, it was banal. It was annoying. It was like a fucking natural 1 on the description roll. You know, he failed the bots at charisma 3 times over. It was so boring. He just went on and on talking about this damn cloud-like dog-like cloud. It's like, all right. Now, and I rolled my character. I started off with a bang. I came out of the gate 13. I was like, 13? And this is AD&D 2nd edition. I said, 13? Damn. All right, we can, you know, we're going to rock and roll here. A 13 right out the gate. Sounds good. And it just kept going down. It kept going down, man. He had, I don't know, like a 5 constitution. I think I might have had a 7 intelligence and like a 5 wisdom. And I think I came in with a 4 charisma. It may have even been 3. I mean, it was ridiculous. So I was like, okay. These are the stats I have. This is what I'm going to play. So, all right. So there's my character concept. I was apprenticed to the blacksmith, but I kept fucking that shit up. And I was so hideous and deformed. I was like a hunchback, and I had this giant pus-filled leg. And the pus-filled leg comes back later in the story, believe you me. So he has a big pus-filled leg. As a standard action, he had a pus-filled leg. And he has a normal leg as well. And it's not like some cool-looking Hellboy thing. No, it's fucking full of pus. It's disgusting. Because he's disease-ridden. He's got like a 5 constitution. How do you have a 5 constitution? Oh, I know. You're riddled with disease. You're destroyed by multiple sclerosis. You're just damaged in so many different ways. At a time where you don't have no fix. There ain't no one coming to cure light wounds on my ass. So, he's a hunchback. He's got the pus-filled leg. He's ugly as fuck. It's like a 3 or maybe a 4 charisma. So I play him like I wobble when I walk, and it was back when we get like full. I was a fighter because that was the only class I qualified for. That's right. There was one class I got to pick. It was fighter. Like, what class will I be? Well, let's see. None of my other stats were high enough to qualify for a class. I guess go be a fighter. So he was a fighter, and yeah, this character was a pretty baller. I could be a fighter or a rogue. Or a fighter rogue. I don't know. Maybe if the higher stats, 2 classes. I can't remember. But anyway, this guy was a human. And the game, it was horrible, of course. Because the minimizer, he's a one-trick guy. He doesn't contemplate with the imagination. He doesn't have it. When you have the imagination, you go, okay, I want actually people to enjoy their characters. And you don't enjoy characters when you're supposed to have like an 18 and you got like a 40, you got like a 25 strength right out the gate. No, that's freaking ridiculous. But when you have, maybe you got 18 cap, you're like, I got a 14 strength. Oh, 14, well, I can sell for that. It doesn't have to be that high end, that power game down 18. All right, 18. Like, I'm a 14 strength. I'm the strongest man in my town. Like, oh, you probably are pretty strong. You start selling it. Like, oh, that 14 strength is the joint. And maybe later in the game he gets a 15 strength. They're like, oh, 15 strength. That dude's going to lay a smackdown on somebody. Or maybe he's a little higher. Maybe it's like, now it's a 16. You're like, oh, that's 16. That's pretty credible. That's pretty +3 to damage. Okay. Damn, I can't come fucking with you. That character, he's going to be particularly, the character I had particularly interesting. My man Crab in the game, it was horrible. And I think the whole game consisted of him describing this cloud. That's damn near all I can remember anyway. And the other guy just got up and left. Seth he just left. He just dipped. He made up some bullshit excuse and left. And Crab eventually just gets so bored he attacks me. He just attacked my character, and he got the shit beat out of him by the gimp who lived in a cave outside of town where the villagers could run him off because he was a monster. He comes at me and he starts attacking me. So I grab him, and I took the wrestling proficiency. Wrestling, you remember wrestling. So for action, you get 2 actions of wrestling. So action 1, I scoop slam him. And action 2, oh yeah, you know what's about to happen. I come back and drop the big pus-filled leg on him and kill him with a pus-filled leg drop. That was the most awesome thing that has ever happened with 3d6. That's, I'll guarantee you, the most awesome thing. And that's the problem with these guys. Oh, well, in my game, no one has ever had a 14 strength. That's absurd. How dare you think a 14 or, 15? And, damned if I don't find these same motherfuckers that had that quirk. Guess what they like? They power game the fuck out of games when they're playing. They power game like crazy. I've seen some of them do it. Now, some of them don't. Some of them are straight down the line minimizers. Let me take it back to a degree. And they'll come into your game and be like, oh hell no. This ain't gonna be no adventure. It's not gonna be. The problem is a lack of imagination. Disconnect from the imagination. They just don't make it interesting. Because they're limited. All they can see is high stats bad. High adventure, high interest, bad. So they make this dull character that as a game master, I'm like, how can I produce this character? What can I pop? And I've had minimizer play me. I'm just like, ugh. Your character's not interesting. You're not interesting to me. And if you have a character that's not interesting, as a game master, you're basically a writer. And you have to write stuff for these characters. It's like, damn, I'm not interested in this character at all. If you're a wrestling fan, you know this one. Creative has nothing for you. Nothing for you and your 4 intelligence and wisdom. So let me know what you guys think about the 3d6 straight line on the line. What do you think about if you were in a game and you had to play an intelligence of 4 and a wisdom of 4? As a role player, as a true role player, how are you going to take that challenge? 4 intelligence, 4 wisdom. And, other than just chalking it up as a night, well, I guess we don't really get to do much this night. I'm coming back with a new character next week, I guess. Oh, look, a 3 intelligence this time. That's the stat. Like, you have to have a damn good intelligence. You're so limited in your opportunity if you don't have much of an intelligence score. For me, it's just, wow, what fun is that, almost to make fun of somebody, I would play that for a minute, but, it's in the end, it's not going to be any kind of entertainment, any kind of value. And it's like I say this right now, you're not a real gamer. You're not a hardcore gamer if you do this stuff. You just don't have an imagination. That's it. That's that. I am, a complete believer in that, so I'm just going to be harsh and lay it out, because I tell you guys the truth. I tell you how I feel about things. And, don't come to me and say, I've been gaming for 89 years, and in my day, we done it this way, and no, that's some bullshit. Fucking, epitomize imagination. That's what it is. It's about role-playing. It's about perceiving new vistas and bringing it together and making the game beautiful in an imaginative context. And a lot of people will try to ramble on stuff like that, and then you see their product, and it's like, oh, no, it's not. So that's what I want to say about the 3D6. Now, you let me know what you think about stank-ass 3D6. Roll your stats. Let's see what you do on a character. Hell, that'd be fun. All you have 3D6 at home, even if you're some of the people that just watch the videos just for entertainment value, don't watch them for the gaming knowledge. You've got 3D6 in a Monopoly set or something, so you could play too. Let's see, 3D6. What kind of adventuring party can we make? Because we damn well all sure better be rolling characters, because you need a team behind you when you're rolling 3D6. 3D6 when one kobold can party wipe your 18th level party.